Here's what happened when I started prioritizing time with my parent. And it was so good. You know, our dynamic has changed over the years, and it's necessary. It's needed. Hey there, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you don't know, I am someone who has learned to embrace other seasons that were very uplifting, very positive, and I embraced them to the best of my abilities and enjoyed them. I am someone who has come through difficult experiences better than when I entered them. And I've been able to help some of my friends through their own experiences, because we all have different paths that we take in life. But what matters is, do I get better at the end of it and in the midst of it too? The journey or the process is a beautiful place to become a better version of yourself, and I have been able to do just that in the various seasons. You know, it's all about wording, right? You gotta choose the right wording. In the various seasons, I have been able to iterate and become a better version of myself, and I want to help you do that on this channel. So today we are diving into why I benefited from spending more time intentionally with my parent, and why I believe that you can too. Now, disclaimer, parents are not all created equal. However, there is something that we can learn from the people that got together and created us. Whether that lesson is a don't repeat the way that they are, or that lesson can be do exactly what they did, and some variation in between. So I don't intend for this video to trigger anyone, but if you do have parents that you are able to be present with, I encourage you to set your own cadence, of course, but be intentional with spending time with them. Many of us that are millennials, our parents are at different ages, of course, depending on when they had you. So your parents could be very sharp, very quick-witted. They could have it all there, or they could be in a situation where, you know, things just aren't as sharp as they used to be. They're not as polished as they used to be. Maybe they have a health concern or a health issue, whatever the case may be. But evaluate your situation and know that if at all possible, and if it is feasible for your circumstances, consider being intentional with the time that you spend with your parents, and get on a cadence as well. It's very likely that they will appreciate it, and you will have some benefit from it as well. The parent that I've been spending the time with is my mother. And we've been doing a variety of things together. And it kind of hit me one day, you know, who is this woman? You know, who is she outside of that role of parenting? And I mean, they never stop, you know, being a parent, but there is a place that they can get to where they can let their guard down. And so who is this person when they are not having to be so having it all together and teaching me or teaching their child, and just being able to let their hair down, so to speak. So one of the things that I've decided to do is I gave my mom a book, and it's like a family genealogy type of book. And of course, you know, you're aware of people in your family, but when it's written down or when it's documented, I don't even know if many of us have even seen like an actual, you know, plotted out, diagrammed family tree where you can truly get to see who comes from where, how does so-and-so fit into the family visually. Like, of course you've heard it in conversation, and you're like, oh, that's so-and-so, they're your X, Y, and Z, or that's so-and-so, that's such and such's kid. But when you can see it mapped out, it's really beneficial. It's really beneficial. And I have a photographic memory, so it's kind of something that can get locked into your head. And those are things to cherish. Very valuable. Also, you want to be mindful of how you allow that to circulate, because that is, you know, protected information. Some families, of course, are more public than others, but that is something that you should protect, and you should know. You should be aware of that. In addition to the family tree, what I did was I gave her a book, and it's trying to remember where I got it from, but the book has a section for recipes, a section for letters she can write to me on different topics, different things that she did when I was growing up, the reason behind it. So it's really just like a brain dump, a structured brain dump for your parent, and allowing you to get a better insight of them and their circumstances and how they made decisions involving you. So that's kind of more on the building an arsenal or building things that you can later refer to as time goes on, but also that you can have some understanding as to why your parent made the decisions that they made and who they are. So it gives you a little bit of insight, and you can do your own rendition of that. Some people have done it in the form of an interview, right? Like interviewing your parent. You can also do it with audio recordings. You can talk with your parent, you can record it, and that can be something that you just revisit later on in life, or you just listen to it, whenever you choose. But it's really cool to take that process of documenting things and apply that to someone that is so important to you, capturing their responses and their mannerisms and their gestures. If you do video, if you do it in the form of video, if it's written, their writing style, there's a lot that you can glean from someone while they're coherent and still here, once they are no longer wearing a certain hat or in a certain mode. I think it'd be different if teenage me asked my mom some of these questions. Her answers might be a little different. But when, 30 plus year old you ask your parent a question about why they did what they did, or they're probably more relaxed with their answer, and they're able to give you a little more insight than if they were still currently parenting you. So that's one of the things that I've been able to do with the intentional time with my mom, and it's to her leisure. She populates it, I ask, sometimes I review some of the things, but it's a book that she still has in her possession, and I look forward to diving more into that later on in life. But just checking in and seeing how it's going, it's something that I think it's good for her to have and update and populate at her leisure, especially with recipes and different things that she remembers about her childhood and that she wants to capture and put there. Another way that you can spend intentional time with your parent is, depending on what they like to do, you two could have a recurring lunch date, a recurring dinner date. You two could have recurring movie or TV show time, that you all watch a show that you both enjoy, or you watch movies that you both enjoy. Allowing that time that is recurring to connect with your parent, it allows you to have things organically come up. Let's say you're watching a show and somebody in the show does something, and you are a parent, or you remember something from your childhood, or they remember something from their childhood or your childhood, and they say, "Oh, do you remember I used to do that with you?" And then you might say, "Oh yeah, why did you do that? Why did we do that?" And it's one of those things where it allows for organic, I don't want to say the word bonding, but organic conversations can occur, and you can recall things that happened in your childhood or their childhood, or things that you all did in your household. And it allows for just continued connectivity and remembrance. There's things that until it's before our eyes, we do not remember why we did something. And being able to talk about those things as they come up organically, it allows for just good connection. It's important to connect with our loved ones, especially our parents, depending on the relationship. Of course, I always want to say that, because that is important. You can't tell someone to spend time with someone that did nothing for them, or that negatively impacted their life in such a way that it was extremely traumatic. I would not advocate for that. But I'm saying, if you are in a different situation, and it is one that is on a more positive or lighter note, meaning there's no heavy hurt or continuous hurt taking place in that relationship, then I see this as a beautiful way for you to deepen your connection with your parent into adulthood. All right, another way to connect with your parent is exercise, depending on whatever condition they're in, the state that their physical fitness is in, and whatever their doctors, if they have something, whatever their physician accepts. I'm trying to be very I'm trying to cover all the bases here with the disclaimers, but physical activity is beneficial, especially when it's outside. You all can do some physical activity, of course, in the house or in a building, but it's nothing like getting outside and doing some physical activity. So I will tell you this, my mom was an athlete, and in her younger years, and I was an athlete in my younger years. And so we enjoy doing sports together. We enjoy playing sports together. One of the sports that we do together is tennis. And I enjoy playing tennis with my mom. It is something that we bond over, we connect over, and it's just an overall good time, and it's physically intense. Now, we do tweak the rules a little bit. I tweak the rules a little bit. She's more of a stickler on it, but it's a good time to connect and have some physical activity. Also, too, as millennials, we age, so do our parents, right? So do you want to have the parent that is less mobile and less physically active? No. So one way that you can help curb that is to be active in their physical fitness. Even if you are long distance, something that you could do is virtually track steps together, do workouts and check in, be accountable, be your parent's accountability partner when it comes to fitness. Hey, here's the workout I did today. And they might respond with, oh, I missed mine today, but you made me want to get on in the morning, because sometimes they're more morning-ish than we are. Whereas I might do an evening workout. But you can create that accountability long distance and help them in that direction. And also, to keep that connection going. You can become friends with your parent once they are able to take off that parent hat. Some people believe that you can be friends with a child that you're parenting. So, I don't know. Which one are you? Are you team friend and parent at the same time? Or post-parenting friendship is the only time that can occur? Let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to see which one you lean toward. And if you're feeling extra handsy and typey, you can explain why. Because I find that very interesting that there are some people that are adamant on being their children's friend. And then there are others that after 30 years, they were able to look at their child like, you are a good companion. You're a good friend. So I don't know, whichever one you think, let me know. But it is important to spend time, intentional time with your parental. If you have both parentals, you can choose to do that collaboratively, especially if they're still together. You can do that collaboratively. If they are separate, you can choose, depending on the relationship, to do that independently. Or if you just have one parent, of course, spending time with that one parent. And if you have no parents, I think it's important to also, you can take on this responsibility of remembering your parent, remembering them and the things that they imparted to you, because it's worth capturing, it's worth noting, and this can be something that's comforting to you as you heal and as you continue to appreciate them. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are going to take action on this in any way, give a thumbs up in the comments, please, or a heart, whichever one. And also, too, subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you in the number. Go ahead and subscribe. Share this video with someone. Share this video with your parent or a friend that also has a parent. Share the video. I think it's good. It's a good conversation for us to get going, and also to just start building these habits and these skills, because it's so important. It truly is. It's very important. And it doesn't take a lot of work. It doesn't take a lot of effort, but it makes the world of difference for our our parent, and then also too, we benefit as well. So I love you so much for watching, sunshine. Go and have an amazing day. Don't forget to drop that comment, thumbs up, heart, and if you think friendship as a parent can occur concurrently or after your child is no longer under your roof and you are able to have a more relaxed and hands-off relationship with them in a friendly nature. So looking forward to reading your comments. I do want to do more of the comment shout out, so drop a comment down below.